Hi everyone, it's Rachel back with the Shades of Orange, and today I'm excited to bring you my October unpackaging for the Night Worms, as well as a reading update on what I'm currently reading. I am currently fighting a cold, nothing too serious, but I'm going to do my best to power through this video. So I'm going to be drinking tea. I've been going with the Paul Tremblay tea, which is definitely my favorite of the teas I've gotten through these packages here. Before I get into the video, I do always want to disclose that I am a rep for the Night Worms, which means that I did receive this package for free. I'm very fortunate to get to unpackage and review it every month for you all. I love this package, and I'll of course have more information down below if you want to get your own with discount codes and all of that. All that being said, let's start with what I'm currently reading. First, I have to show you this book that just came in the mail, and that is Night Terrors by Tim Wagner. This is out from Angry Robot Books, and I was able to get a review copy, and I gotta say, I never request books based off of the cover alone, but can we just have a moment to appreciate how amazing this cover work is? I'm a huge fan of clowns when it comes to horror, specifically any clown that reminds me of Pennywise from It. And yeah, this cover is gorgeous. I have already started this book. In fact, I'm almost done. So I will be putting out a review soon. But basically, this book follows a man and his sidekick. They are detectives that are in charge of following and protecting the world from the dream world, because this man's sidekick is a clown called Jinx, who is basically his childhood nightmare clown that has become real. And so it's more of a dark fantasy than a horror book, if I'm honest. It really isn't scary, but it's a lot of fun. And if you just like books about clowns, this clown Jinx is exactly what you would expect. He is funny and sarcastic and just plain bizarre, and I'm really enjoying this one. It's actually quite a bit of fun. So watch my review, because I'll be finishing up this weekend, so I'll be done it by the time you're watching this video. And if you missed the exciting news that the third and final book in the Messy Man trilogy by Chris Sorensen is now out, I have heard that I'm getting a review copy coming in the mail. So in order to prepare for that, I decided that I should reread the first two books. So I'm going to be reading The Nightmare Room and then follow that up with The Hungry Ones. These, of course, are haunted hotel and haunted house stories that I really enjoy. But I realized I've only read through them once, and normally I reread my favorites pretty often. So I actually am planning on rereading these as audiobooks. I did read the physical books when they first came out, but if you didn't know, the books are narrated by the author, who is a professional audiobook narrator, and I've always meant to go back and try them that way. So I think that these books will be a lot of fun, especially because the main character in at least the first book is someone who is an audiobook narrator himself, and so I love like layers upon layers of that in a book. So definitely looking forward to revisiting these ones in preparation for The Messy Man 3, which I am so excited for. It's been in several of my most anticipated horror videos, and it's about time that it came out. And honestly, I'm not really sure what else I'm going to pick up. As I mentioned, I'm kind of under the weather, and it basically puts me into a reading slump when I feel like this. So I've been watching a lot of reruns of Sex and the City this weekend, but I also might try a short story collection. For those of you that have sent me requests, I am currently not accepting short story collections for review. I just don't read enough of them these days. I just don't find myself drawn to them. However, there are a few exceptions, and I just received this in the mail. I did accept it because I love Cemetery Gates, and this is a short story collection called Places We Fear to Tread, which is edited by Burrell and Sullivan, and I've read several of their other short story collections and love them. There are some great names in this collection, including Chad Lutsky. And again, I am someone who says at this point that I really am not reviewing short story collections, but I'm happy to make an exception for this small press because I really enjoy the kind of stories they put out. I just find them to be very spooky and atmospheric and fun, and it's just what I'm in the mood for. So I don't think I'll read the entire collection this weekend, but I'm definitely going to be reading through a couple of the stories, kind of taking my time with it. And again, this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and they just do really great publications. I've been so impressed by what they put out lately. All right, let's get to the actual Night Worms package. This month's theme was Creep It Real, and the first thing I always like to talk about is the books. The first book in this package is The Loop by Jeremy Robert Johnson. This is a buzzy new release that just came out this month in October. It follows a sleepy small town where there is some kind of biotech corporation that is doing experiments. Something goes terribly wrong, and basically the people in this town become very angry and violent and start attacking each other. And the story is told from the perspective of a group of teenagers that are trying to survive and get out of this town. It's supposed to be a really action-packed book that kind of blends together horror and sci-fi, and it definitely sounds like a lot of fun. I've heard some good early buzz, and I'm looking forward to trying it out for myself. If you can't tell, this is a gorgeous hardback edition, and while I always enjoy whatever the Night Worms put into their packages, I'll be honest, I've been really enjoying this year how many new releases they've put in their packages, because I don't always get the opportunity to read and review these books right away. I often get declined for review copies from the publishers, and it takes forever for my library to get them in and process. So I'm really grateful for how many new books I've been able to review thanks to the Night Worms, and this is another one that I will report back if and when I get a chance to read it, and again, hopefully I enjoy it as much as I think I will. The other book in this package is The Cipher by Kathy Koja, and this is actually one of the books that was in my TBR for October. I had it on my list before I saw the spoilers and knew that I was going to get a physical copy of this. I previously had a digital review copy, but the physical book is so much easier to read because I don't have an e-reader. So this book is about a man and his girlfriend, and they discover this strange hole that is growing in a storage room and decide to investigate. I really don't know much more about this book, but I've heard that it's gruesome and dark and twisted, and it's basically one I need to try for myself. I've never read anything by this author before, but I'm always looking for new female horror authors to try and hopefully fall in love with, so I'm hopeful that this one will be a new favorite. I don't really know if it's going to be my taste, but again, I'm someone who just has to try books and see it for myself. I can't always predict what books are going to work for me and which ones will click and which ones won't. And so again, if I get through this one, I will absolutely report back with a review. And I need to mention, of course, this is an exclusive re-release of an older title, and I love that the Night Worms have been bringing back older books. The next one I've been begging them to do is December Park by Ronald Malfi. I would love for them to re-release that book because they have really brought some fantastic exclusives back, including this one, which I was dying to read for a really long time. It's been in my TBR forever. So I'm just going to put a little plug for December Park in case they're watching this video, because I would really, really love them to do that as exclusive. And let me know in the comments below if you would also be interested in that package, because you know, the more people that kind of get the word out there, the better. I'm working on things, guys. And as always, I need to talk about the goodie bag. The first thing in here is signed book plates for both the books in this package. As always, I'm so impressed how many times they were able to get signatures from these big buzzy authors, so that is always exciting. They also have a bookmark for the Creep It Real theme, and as always, these are gorgeous. I really love collecting these and of course using them because, again, you can never have enough bookmarks. I am constantly losing them and finding them and losing them again, and these are definitely some of my favorites. There are also some fantastic stickers in this package. The first one says, "Read more books," and it's super cute. And this actually might be the cutest sticker they've ever done, is this little pumpkin with a knife sticking out of it. This is so adorable. You guys just kick it out of the park every month with these packages. And finally, the last sticker is this gorgeous, creepy one that goes with the Cipher, and yeah, that hand with the hole in it. It's just making me more excited to try the book for myself. And there's also some promotions about Meerkat Press, which is a horror imprint that I'm not actually very familiar with, but I definitely want to look up these books because I'm currently preparing my list of most anticipated horror books for 2021, and it's a little bit hard to find horror titles for the first half of the year, so I'm gonna look these up and see if they catch my attention. And last in the package, I am so excited to see another hot beverage, and this time they're going with a French roast from Pioneer Joe Coffee. I love my coffee, and I'm really pleased that the Night Worms have been consistently including hot drinks in their packages. Like I mentioned, I'm currently making my way through the last of the Paul Tremblay tea, and I'm actually more of a coffee drinker unless I'm sick like I am today. Coffee is always my go-to drink. I'm still gonna make myself a cup as soon as I'm done filming this, I'll be honest. And so maybe I'll try out this one, and yeah, it just sounds delicious. They've included this company before and I've been very impressed with the taste. So that is it for this video here. I'm gonna have information down in the description box if you want to check out the Night Worms for yourself. If you've never gotten a package before and just want to start with one, there is a code called Take5 that takes $5 off your first purchase. Or if you're ready to start a subscription, you can use my personal code Orange5 and gives you 5% off. And as always, I like to mention that I don't receive any financial compensation. The code simply lets them know that you came from watching my video. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them down below or direct them to the Night Worms themselves. They have excellent customer service. The next theme, which has been announced, and by now you should be able to order it, is sleigh bells. And as always, they just do amazing theme ideas. You know that I love Christmas horror, and I think this is going to be another great package. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on the package as well as what I'm currently reading, and let me know what you're currently reading this week, because like I mentioned, I'm not entirely sure what novel I'm going to pick up after finishing Night Terror, and I'm kind of looking for some ideas. I'm kind of in a reading slump. It happens every time I get a cold. So let me know what you're currently reading and maybe I'll pick up that as well. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I read horror, thriller, science fiction, fantasy. Give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and share it around online. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.